Good morning, everyone. So I am here today to talk about psychic protection. But before I get into any of the tools or the techniques, I want to give you a new perception of psychic protection. Okay, so when it comes to psychic protection, energy simply is. Okay, energy is neither positive nor negative. It just is. Water, the ocean, fire, air, earth, they all simply are. It is how a person or an entity or a situation uses them that makes them positive or negative in our own minds. Okay? And we see that, in a dualistic perspective. So someone walks in, and let's say that you go into a meeting and you're super excited. You're like, yeah, I'm going to do great. And then you walk in and there's this oppressive energy and you're like, ooh, and you label that as, oh, this is a bad vibe. I don't like this vibe. Now, I'm not saying don't pay attention to your vibes. Pay attention to them. But instead of labeling it, you're like, ooh, you know what? That energy's not for me. Let's start saying that instead of, oh, this is evil. This is bad. Get away from the labeling. We need to stop labeling things and just say, oh, you know what? That energy's not for me. Very simple, very easy. Now some tools that you can use, let's say that you do feel that oppressive energy, instead of saying, I need to protect myself, let's just say, I need to put up a little buffer. Because in the moment that you say you have to protect yourself, what is happening is then you are basically inviting that energy to affect you. Remember, you are a sovereign being of love and light. And so what that means is that you have the ability to say what can affect you and what cannot affect you. You have that ability because you are a sovereign being of love and light. So, let's say that you do go in there and let's set up a buffer zone. Let's not go into, oh my God, I need the white light of protection. Because here's what the white light of protection does. Yes, it is extremely protective, but it doesn't let anything out, nor does it let anything in. So let's say that you're sitting there and you walk into that oppressive boardroom or conference room, whatever, and you walk in there and you feel that oppressive energy, like white light of protection. Okay, great. You are now protected, but that oppressive energy, you've now just invited it to stay with you. Because you just said, okay, I want protection immediately as you felt it. Okay, so now that energy is going to sit with you because it's in the white light. It can't get out, nor can any of your guides or angels or anything else come in to assist you. So you're going to be stuck in that energy. So instead, let's create this buffer zone of a pink bubble of porous light that only allows unconditional love or higher in. So that way, that oppressive energy that you felt, oh, sorry, oppressive energy, you got to go out the little pores. And it only invites unconditional love or higher in. So your guides, your angels, really giving you that boost, that help. Now, another thing that we can use in the way of a psychic buffer would be our beautiful crystal friends. Now, crystals are wonderful. They have so many different uses. One of the greatest crystals I had ever found to really provide me with a buffer would be black tourmaline, because it basically, we could say, sees the negativity, if you will, and it just grounds it. It's like, nope, nope, and it just grounds it right down. Now, I know a lot of people are going to be like, Ron, you're crazy to think this is a protective stone, but I don't, like I said, I don't view protection in that way. I view it as I just need a buffer. So I carry around 2 crystals with me for my buffer zone. If I know I'm going into a big crowd and, there may be energies there that aren't for me. Remember, not labeling, just saying those energies aren't for me right now. And I carry around rose quartz and citrine. Now, why those 2 stones as my buffers? Because number one, unconditional love with the rose quartz. So I'm already sending out the vibration of love. Then the citrine, because citrine is known as the happy stone. It never needs to be cleansed or cleared. And once again, the perception of negativity cannot stick to it. So I carry those in the way of setting up my buffer. Because there's also something called the law of vibration. And this is something that I found very interesting. Basically, it states that whatever the highest vibration is at that time, that's where people have to go to. That, we have to raise up there. That's why in the presence of ascended masters, Jesus, Krishna, Buddha, Mitraya, all those, people were happy because they had to raise up to that vibrational frequency. It was just the law of vibration. And if they couldn't, they had to leave. And you could see that as like, when they would get evil spirits out of people, because those energies could not elevate themselves to where, those ascended masters were. So just another way of looking at it. So I hope this has helped you. I hope it has definitely shifted your perception in the way of protection. Remember, you are a sovereign being of love and light. You say what can affect you. Okay? So I send you all of my love.